Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Puni Moa.
And Queen.
Get onto our wefobz.io.
Support from the islands. Go ahead and go on that wefobz.io. We got merchants for sale. We affiliated with Amazon. And also we got entertainment up there. You will see podcasts and click on the podcast so you can listen to WeFobz and yours truly, whyuce. See ya.
And we out.
Welcome to the whyuce podcast, a unique blend of comedy and fiction that right into controversial topics. We believe that during the difficult subject, it's important to find humor in them. We tackle these topics with our signature wit and humor, inspired by the fearless and bold Samoan humor that dares to explore the darker side of life. Give a special shout out to Gab Bag, GABBABS. And also, you want to listen to some of those soul music in between? Tune in to Gab Bag.
So whether you're driving to work or working out at the gym or simply in a good mood to laugh, tune in here at whyuce. Don't miss out on the fun, man. Subscribe now and join our community of listeners who just knows that laughter is truly the best medicine. Happy hour. Happy hour. Happy hour. Happy hours.
What would you do? You know, you have a lot of drivers out there who has no patience. You have drivers who likes to cut right in front of you to go to the lanes all the way to the side, or you have drivers who don't have their signals on when they turn right or left. Then you have drivers who decide to slow things down when you see a green light and you know it's going to go yellow pretty soon, but they still slow it down. And then all of a sudden you're stuck with them at the light. That causes aggressive drivers behind the wheels. People who will all of a sudden, because of those dumb actions, you see folks throwing bottles of water out their car, throwing any garbage they have out the car. What would you do if you see that happening?
In my young age, yeah, I would have speed up, chase them down, pull up to the side, throw the hands up like, hey, what's up, man? Start cussing, trying to, start a fight. Nowadays, fast forward to the present, I'm aware that there is a possibility that that person might be a crazy person that might have a gun. Unfortunately, we have a lot of those out here in America. So it takes away from a person to like duke it out. Mm-hmm. Them days are gone.
Those are very gone.
To act a fool or even to like, man, flip them off or even try to call them out or even try to drive up and pass them up. And then if I had like a soda pop, let it out. Mm-hmm. So like let it land on their windshield, all that shenanigans. Yeah, that's no longer the case for me anymore. We don't know who you're dealing with.
Exactly.
They can be crazy as heck, or they can be going through they can be running late to work, because I find myself doing that too. Painting the scenario, seeing the difference of it, why, and then how I will react to it, to look at myself and like, why would I be driving fast? And a lot of time is because the time I'm running late to work, or I'm running late to pick up my kid that needs to get picked up. I just kind of shake my head like, man, that crazy person. But I wish in my heart, like, I hope there's a cop right behind me pulling that fool over.
Right.
Some dumb things.
No, that's good. That's why I want to talk about this, because a lot of that goes on and you hit it. You never know what those aggressive drivers are doing or going through because of action of stupidity drivers. Don't go chasing after them. Don't be that aggressive driver, because they can be pulling out a weapon or do whatever crazy. And then now you got video, you be recorded like crazy. So let's call them crazy drivers. Ignore them. I remember one incident, I don't know, where a car just came from my right side, literally just like almost cut me off, but then slowed down just to flip me off for no reason. And man, I followed that car. I followed that car and I swear, if I would have caught up to it, because something told me to just, you need to chill. I stopped and I just turned around and went back where I was heading, but it's not worth it because you can end up getting hurt and so forth. But yeah, like a domino effect. You got drivers who are just aggressive, or like Puni Moa, some drivers are just in a rush to go to work or a rush to go to the hospital. You don't know what's going on. Let them go. Those are aggressive drivers. then you provoke the other drivers to become aggressive by throwing shit or by trying to bump somebody or try to cut them off just to feel good. More of the story, let it go.
So when you say aggressive drivers, is it like a stigma when they say crazy drivers? They always bash the poor Asians.
Yeah, that's crazy how they say that. Yeah.
I wouldn't even say Asians. Sometimes it's just grandpa, grandma. Even it's the keyboard warrior. You're on your phone. You're like not even paying attention on the road.
Or it could be husband and wife getting into it, pissed
There
off
you
at each
go.
other.
Or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Brother and sister fighting over some silly shit.
What is your thought about our titles, specifically Matai, aka chief titles in Samoa? Does it matter that who our family appoints the Matai title to? And is there a certain standard that comes with it? What I'm saying by standard, so the person know how to speak. You know, when I'm talking about chiefs and stuff like that, they're poetic. The way they
Mm-hmm.
talk, and it's in our culture. And man, it's amazing. Some of the words I don't even understand. Does it matter that a non-speaking Samoan who is Samoan have a title?
My first thought is what is the duties of a chief, a Matai? That's a rhetorical question, so everybody just hold on to that. And then the question that you brought forward is whether non speaking Samoan, but you are Samoan and you hold a title. These days in our generation, yes, and then a no. Here's why I say it. They understand the culture or they want to learn the culture. They want to learn the language, so they're going to learn the language. But should you hold a title before you learn all that? Should you be learning this stuff before you get into it, or you learn as you go, just like a job? How to speak the language, learn, because like you said, it is very poetic. You got to know the history of every village to be addressing the name. So family names is all important. It's a lot of work to become a Matai, but I know little things that I know about becoming a Matai and being a Matai. So to
I
me, the
just
answer
I just
would
want to
be
add
yes.
on to yours real quick before you continue, Queen. That's you know how you say you gotta know like the village and the lands, right? Or the kalaanga, right?
Yes.
Kalaanga. That's what it means in Samoan.
Yeah, so going back to it is it's basically educating yourself and being self-educated and wanting to learn and move forward. If the people want to learn, I would say yes, go ahead and do it. But if you're not even trying, you don't speak the language, but you are Samoan, then don't hold the title just because someone asked you. To me, Matthias is getting the family together. Those are just my small little thoughts on this topic, Matthias, chief titles.
It's up to the family. For example, me and Queen's first cousins, but I'm speaking for myself, not for Queen, that we were all raised together. And the numbers that one of our chief brought up was first cousins alone is 100 of us.
Yeah,
First cousins.
yeah.
That's a village right there.
That's the ones we know of.
Yeah, right. To me, like you said, a chief is somebody that understands the root, but even if they don't speak the language, I think the whole thing is that they're always there. They always show up to the family events, not just funerals, but just our in general family Samoan events. In Samoa, we call those fa'alavelave. In English, they're events, which is it could be a funeral, wedding. What else do we have? Graduations.
So
Oh,
far is
what's so far in English?
I have no idea.
That's
All I know that
awesome.
someone gets a title, a big title name, and
Like I said, I like where we're going at with this is to cover the negative and the positive. Or I wouldn't even say that. It's just our own understanding how we look at it, right?
yeah,
Cousin,
because things are changing.
when it comes to Matai, the Chiefs, the right person that fits that title to me, how I feel about it. Because remember, we also have those that fulfill the needs, that do know how to speak the language and understands the culture, and also Osiainga. Osiainga is what we mentioned earlier, means that always there at the family function, family events. We have those, like a
Right.
lot of them in our line. And then we also have those that are, like I said, that are talented, that covers the whole checklist. A chief only goes to a man in Mangua, from what I'm aware of. I don't know, Queen, can you confirm that? Is it just male, or is it male and female? Because from my understanding, it's only male.
Just male. It's
Okay.
male. Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is the ones that don't speak, the language, but are always there participating in all the events. They have the same right as a person that does know how to talk or speak the language or understands the language. They deserve the same opportunity to become, chiefs of a family. And the reason why I say that, because even though that they may not speak the language, they're always there for the family. They're always at every event. They're always helping out. And it's not like it's by default that they chose not to speak Samoan. It's the fact that they were raised in America. So we have cousins like that I talk to too, that I would love for them to be the chief of the family. Now, going, to back real quick, what I was trying to say, for the ones that check marks everything that perfect fit for being a chief, their by default is their own family situation. It's not that they don't have the time to be the chiefs of the family. Situations can happen. Sometimes a parent can pass away, and the son has to be the son, father, brother for his family.
I understand where you're coming from. And like you just said it all depends on each individual's current situation of, whether they take up the title or not. So, and if they do, we mentioned it all. But like you said, it depends on the circumstances that everyone's in.
That sounds good. So, I mean, I guess to the conclusion of this is we believe that it doesn't matter if you know the language or not, as long as you hold some kind of roots or cover some kind of end to become a chief of your family.
Yeah, and you're willing to learn.
There you go.
That's, to me, that's admirable. It's, they want to learn, and you see them trying, you see them talking. I mean, I'm proud of that. Better than, not trying, but their heart's there.
John, man, we out at one. We were out a few nights ago, and this mother effer,
Bro,
he
you
brought up the
talk about
facts.
John so much, bro. Does he even know you're talking about?
Well, when you have your best friend that you're ride or die. You know what I'm saying? Your number one. You know what I'm saying? Your road dog. That's John. That's John to me, man. Your honor here, he said something that really shocked me, man. He was just like, Puni. And I'm like, what's up, Boos? He's like, bro, I went and got a DNA test. And then he went on. He went on and on and on. But I was still stuck from square one. Like, hold on, bro. You mean to tell me your fat ass went and got a DNA test for what? He's like, you never know, bro. And the funny thing about it, well, not funny. And then I became intrigued because the ooh said, did you know that I'm 90% Samoan and 10% German? I said, whoa, shit. Maybe that's why you're a little bit light skinned. Not lighter than me, but a little bit. So I started coming to thinking that I haven't got one yet, but I'm about to go get a DNA test. And the question is, do us Samoans, are we into that kind of stuff? Because I know that's heavy out here in the U.S. You know what I mean? With all the different nationalities we have here, everybody want to know where they're from. You know what I'm saying? So they take these DNA tests. You see them websites and stuff like that. That's what I wanted to bring it on the table, y'all. Do us Samoans even like to do that too? Take a DNA
Me,
test.
me as a Samoan, yes, but I haven't. But I know quite a few Samoans who have. So it's not just an American thing, it's a people thing. People are actually out there wanting to know, you know, the DNAs. Like Yang in here, 90% Samoan, 10% German. in one of our meetings, one of the family members just mentioned that they had like 89% Samoan, and then certain percentage of Tongan, and then the other was Maori. Pretty cool. I think everyone's just curious of their history and background. So my opinion again, it's not just an American thing. To me, it's a people thing.
We're current, baby. We're current. What about you, Guy? So smooth.
I've heard a couple of friends of mine from back in Kukuila doing it.
Well, the question is, are you interested in doing a DNA test? First of all,
not at the moment, bro. I mean, maybe later on in the future, probably. But the other question you're gonna have to ask is, like what the what the current Americans are finding out is like when they do their DNA test, they start finding, oh, that's not my daddy, that's not my mommy.
You are not the father.
Wait till the Samoans get to that when they start doing their DNA test. Then you got a
help
whole
us
different.
all.
Come on now, be serious, people. When you do your DNA test and you start finding out things that was done in the dark,
must come to light.
Coming to light. And then you got to ask the question about, man, what are these companies doing with my DNA? What are they going to plan to do in the future? I mean, these are some mega millions companies. And
oh, yeah.
You can never put it past them to do cloning. Again, you see all the movies about people friggin' clones walking around and taking over. That may be sci-fi, but
you know what? Yeah,
that's where a lot of real stuff started happening. You always got to be cautious about where you're giving your information. I mean, it's the day and age. Okay, yeah, everybody's got your information, but do they have your blood? Yeah, they have your blood when you give this stuff over, right?
Man, so man, does that mean that John? Does that mean that Ioane? Could that be a lie? Could he just be 100% Samoan?
You know what, John Ioane is one and done.
Oh my God!
His DNA is out there.
But his DNA is actually, that's kind of typical for a lot of Samoans though. German blood, Chinese blood, right?
Yes.
And then you think about it, it just goes back. They all want to know about their roots. It goes back to the world wars and stuff, and the people who used to say they colonized our countries, our Samoas, right?
Yeah.
Yep, you're right, man. That was like speaking of that, they said Lale Upunga. The word was, I ain't even gonna mention the word, but yeah, that was like back in I looked that up. I'm like, when does America take over Samoa? That was in the 1900s when we,
1940s,
yeah,
like World War II.
Yeah, World War II.
After World War II,
and it was between U.S., Germany, and Great Britain.
Yep, they're trying to divide up the.
Yep, and that's why in Samoa, remember we have Upolu has 2 islands, and Samoa has what, 4 or is it 5? I looked that up. Oh, 5. So American Samoa, we're made up of 5 main islands, Kukuila, Aunguu, Ofu, Osenga, and Ka'u. And then Samoa is made up of Savai and Upolu. So for our tunes, for our listeners out there, Samoa, it is different from American Samoa. And we're coming from American Samoa. That's why we're here in the U.S. But yeah.
It's different because of those colonial powers, what they did to divide us up. But we are all one people.
We're one, baby. I know it don't make sense like how I brought out the question in the beginning, but that's just how we operate, baby. That's how we operate, baby. There you go, man. You got a little bit of history of us. Why, Queen? Who told you about this? Who asked you about this? Why does Samoan man wear ears? In the U.S., you guys like to call it skirts. The little skirt thing we wear around.
Yeah, I get asked where like co-workers or just people out there when they come to, like a wedding or a funeral, they see our men wearing the Ie Lavalava and stuff, or just Ie Lavalava doing whyuce and stuff. They're like, hey Queen, why that handsome guy wearing the skirt? Why do you people, your men in your country wear skirt?
I was gonna ask your girl that. I'm like, what? Was she just checking out our thighs and our ass? Because we got good ones. I know y'all women out there be looking at it because y'all say that all
We
the time.
got some very handsome men in our, Samoan men. So, when
Whoa.
people come visit, they ask that question. The women is like, and I tell them, I explain to them the culture. That's a formal dress attire for our men, the ifaikanga, and as for the ears, when we do chores, not only men wear ears, also women wear ears. Out of respect when you're running around. So basically, just cover yourself up.
As soon as you said that, my head blew up. I was just looking in the screen like, damn, I do look good. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But anyways, guy, what's up?
American ignorance, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
fuck you with your American. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
American ignorance, man.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's ignorant. That's why we're here to educate, right? That's so smooth.
Yeah, all over the world, there's people wearing, we call them ears, but they also wear it in India. They also wear it in Thailand. The whole
True.
world wears it. So they
yes.
also wear it in Scotland.
Yes.
Fucking Americans in their ignorance.
We're all ignorant, but it's all right.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you lie to kick it?
I mean, I can only refrain or just reminisce about in the past. Why did I used to lie just to kick it? Well, there was this one time, you know what I'm saying? John, my buddy John, I wanted to hang out with him because I thought he was so cool. This was like back in high school time. And I had a dentist appointment. But I told my buddy John, like, I'm going to skip that dentist appointment because I want to hang out with you, my oops. And John was like, Puni, why would you skip out on your dentist appointment? And I was just like, bro, I'd rather skip these pearly whites because that's how important you are to me, my man. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And he's just like, well, if you want to go ahead and kick it, I guess your friendship means a lot to me. So until now, man, 20 years later, we're still good friends because of the sacrifice I had. But as you can see, my grills, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Oh
All,
man.
all, all for Yoangi, huh? All for
All,
Yoangi.
all for your wanga, man. Yeah. What about you, Queen? I mean, you can think of any kind of scenario why people lie just to kick it?
Why I know of some people that basically just making up stories just to hang out. So
Mm-hmm.
when
Yeah.
I look at this question, why lie to kick it, is you have those people that always trying to when you're telling a story, you're kicking it, you're telling your story, and then someone would always say, "Oh yeah, that happened to me too." And then throughout the whole conversation, I went here and did this. It's like, oh yeah, I just did that too yesterday. I mean, it gets annoying because you start knowing that, okay, this individual is tripping. Everything you do, they claiming that they did too. So you be catching on, and that's what I was thinking about when. Why do
Mm.
you lie
Okay.
to
Why
kick
you
it?
got man
Why
that
why why you gotta make up stories? You ain't gotta make up stories, homie. Just be yourself. I mean, if you never did it, then don't say anything and stop lying and saying, "Oh yeah, I did that too, sis. I did that too." I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." You always have that one individual that got to lie to kick it, and I'm sure some of our listeners can relate to that. You don't even have to be Samoan to be relatable. Everyone, I know, someone did it in one of your crowds, right?
so my buddy Joe, right? He lied about being a superhero. Now you gotta remember, he was in middle school. You gotta remember now, being in middle school, we're gonna believe everything. And I was just like, really, Joe? You're really a superhero? He's like, oh man. I was like, oh man, you must have had all those needed superhero company. You know what I'm saying? He probably figured that if he showed up in a cape and some spandex, you'd be more likely to invite him to your little parties. You know what I'm saying? Your little get together. I mean, this guy must have wanted to chill. And I'm like, bro, next time, just leave the cape home. Now that we know that you can't fly, because we even told them, like, you know what, go on top of the roof. You ever seen those Samoan kids like, hey, so you can fly? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was part of them too. I believe I can fly, and we'll climb up to the roof. This, I mean, thank God it was only like a one-story building, like a one-story house, and there was like a lot of grass because we all jumped, thought that we can fly because of this dumbass Joe. He's like, it's easy, guys, just fly, you know. Yeah, and yeah, we flew straight down to the ground. And we definitely not only, what's the worst thing about it? Why is it that Samoan kids, when we do something, we get injured, and then we go to our parents who's supposed to be our savior? Then you get your ass whooped from them. Be like, somebody says, so, come here. What? I'm just gonna go and jump off the roof. Now come here. Now, first of all, they beat your butt too. On top of that, because you're
it's stupid.
Yep. And then they take you to the hospital and they'll be like, oh, my poor son. Then they gave you ice cream and stuff like that. And then all is forgiven. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But did you learn from that, Puni Moa?
Oh, of course. It's like I knew that I couldn't fly.
But did Joe still come around?
Well, we gave him a few days. We were like, you know what, Joe? Don't come around our house anymore, man. Because you're a liar. But you're in junior high, you're in middle school, so it's like you forgive and you move on.
Well, Joe's parents probably told him, you can do anything you put your mind to it.
That's correct. That is correct, man.
The last example I'll give you, give our audiences is, you know how when you're hanging out and then this high school, and you and your friends are drinking, and then you get a new friend coming on board, like, hey, you drink beer? And that friend, damn well the person don't drink, but you're just gonna say, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Again, you ain't got a lie to kick it, Oos. Whyuce? You ain't got a lie to kick it. That's just another example I wanted to end with this question. Why do you lie to kick it?
Hey,
Moral of the story, don't lie, man. Just kick it.
Just kick it. Don't be like the ones that, and then that kind of friend of yours that lie that they can drink, and then you buy, because back home it was like them big old, how big was those Vilema, those H2O5 bottles? They were really big. It's like a 40s, like a 40 malt liquor size, right? And then they come in like I believe 12 or 6 in a box. And then that friend that lies, those kind that they'll drink, but they'll actually pour it on the side and act like they're drinking, wasting the brew. Yeah, we catch them. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those guys, y'all. The one that couldn't hold the liquor.
All right, let's your thoughts on this one. You ever had individual email you or text you just going off, saying all sorts of crazy things, and when you see this person right in front of you and not say a damn thing about what they just emailed or text or put on social media, you probably know it's reference to you, but they won't say your name. But in the email, they just gone typing away, hiding behind the computer. I call those, and I know a lot of people call them, keyboard warriors. What are your thoughts on these keyboard warriors?
Man, oh man. Them keyboard warriors. And about them keyboard warriors, what used to annoy me is first of all, I hate those warriors, keyboard warriors, that are really good and intelligent when it comes to words and grammar, because
That's why, Puni Moa. Come on, why?
because they have everything correctly written out where I can understand when I read it, and then when I fire back, they're like, "What are you saying?" That's the thing I get annoyed about these keyboard warriors, because you know what I'm saying, they're intellectual and everything. When I can read it, understand it, and when I'm trying to fire back, you know what I do? I end up just walking towards the office like, man, screw this.
What are you talking about? I don't get what
for
you're
real.
talking about.
For real, and it's kind of like them keyboard warriors. They got that label for a reason, man, because they're definitely savvy on that. I mean, they'd be so offensive on, they brutal. I think that's the thing about emails though and text. There is no feelings in it. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people just don't mean what they mean. But I get what you're saying as far as that topic goes. Is them little annoying guys or women too that be, and then they act and they smile like, oh, I didn't mean that. I'm like, what you mean you didn't mean that, you liars? Sheesh.
You meant every single word you type because you know what the hell you were typing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just got to dissect the entire whatever paragraph or whole novel they just emailed you about their feelings and so forth. Yeah, these keyboard warriors, man. I encounter so many Puni Moa, it is not funny. And I just laugh, and the way I respond, I just put, okay, thank you. I'll talk to you later. But when you see that person, they don't even want to talk about their content that they just sent. So right there, there's a bunch of keyboard warriors. They're bold, they're fearless behind the keyboard, just like tap it, da 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 da. But when they see you, whole different person. I mean, people could say that about me being with my avatar right now, hiding behind the avatar. It's not hiding behind the avatar. This is the new thing WEFOBZ is doing podcasts and videos with avatars. So step back, don't even try to come at me.
Yeah. For more information about that kind of stuff, y'all, get into wefobz.io. But anyways, another thing I want
Yes.
to add on to this keyboard warriors, the ones that like at the end, after everything that they just already called you out, and then at the end, God bless you, or have a nice day. You know what I'm talking about? How they try
Take
to
care of
end it.
yourself.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Respectfully.
Oh my God.
In solidarity.
Man,
Oh, I'm telling
keyboard
you, man. I'm
warriors.
telling you. Yes. Keyboard warriors. So if you're a keyboard warrior or text warrior, come on, man. If you got something to say, call. Conversations is much better, viewed better when you talk live to someone and hash things out, or just talk about, problems you can resolve. No need to go off on the keyboard and your text and then when you see them in person, you're telling, no, that's not what I meant. Do what you did, Puni Moa. Just get up off your desk and go to the next office.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell you meant?
Exactly, y'all. Be considerate. Think about the one you're writing to. They might be like Puni Moa, don't have enough vocabularies to go ahead and reply back to respond to fire back, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Know your audience. If you have someone like Puni Moa is very approachable. Go up to that guy and talk to him.
Update with Chat GPT being our manager, turning our $100 into profit. We had some great news here, y'all. You know how we are getting used to the marketing side of things. As you can see, when you have a chance, check out our wefobz.io. That's where we have all updates and everything. Me and Queen and our partners, Chief Lot and Guy So Smooth, we're putting words into actions. We have a lot of content out there. One of the best ones that I do like is the one that you posted, Queen, your little snippet. The awareness. That's man, that's awesome. You want to share a little bit about it and how we're getting into that, cuz?
Oh, absolutely. Just, positive affirmation or just, just awareness put out there. Short little snippet, maybe 2 minutes or so. Just want to like talk about positive things and things that us Samoans or, you know, Pacific Islanders do not speak of, but just still touch on it. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was fun to do and look forward to more. That's more going to come out, little 3 minutes talks or 2 minute talks. But yes, it was about mental health and about our celebration of Asian Pacific and just little, I'm not a a specialist or a professional at it, but it's things that I've done before that help, and I just added into that little clip I did. Hello, my fellow Islander coconuts. This your queen from the whyuce podcast, WEFOBZ. Just want to check in a little bit on all of you, and also talk a little bit about the month of May. It's obvious that it is our month to celebrate us. 31 days, Asia Pacific Island Heritage Month. And also, did you know that mental health awareness is also this month? And that's what I want to touch a little bit on. I'm not going to dive deep into it, but I just want to let you guys know that the queen is here for you, checking in on you, see how you doing. How you dealing with mental health? Our Pacific Islanders don't talk too much about this, but it's a real thing out there. Don't be ashamed about talking to it. Find someone who you trust, or even get a therapist. But all I want to say and put out there is self-care for your mental health. What are you doing to help yourself? You don't have to go through it alone. There's a lot of stress in life, but we got to figure out how to eliminate those stressors from your life. Set goals. Find something that you like to do, little things that don't have to be extravagant. You can get a coach or a mentor to keep you focused on your goals. Read books, meditate, cognitive behavior therapy, as I said earlier. Just little things. Maybe exercise. Maybe just go have a cup of coffee and read a book. All I want to put out there is take care of your mental health. Take care of yourself. And to ensure that you self-care. Don't put it off. Do not say, I'll wait till I have time. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. Time comes quick and it goes. That's one thing you cannot get back is time. You cannot rewind it. So make use of your time. Make things happen. Take charge of your day. That's all I have for you for this quick little snippet. Have a blessed day. This is from your queen.
Oh yeah, again, y'all go check it out on our website because we got it all up there. You'll also see some quotes from myself and everybody else, some motivational and laughter quotes just to keep that positive vibe going. But that is our update with Chat GPT, y'all. Queen, so you out in LA, huh?
LA for the week.
There you go. That's the update, folks. Queen, just continue to travel the world, baby. I'm going to let you handle your business. And stay tuned with us, too, because continue to be on that WEFOBZ podcast because we're getting a lot of comments. So we're gonna keep this going and stay tuned, too, because we also got Gab Bag. Gab Bag coming soon, baby.
Until next time, continue to listen to us. Remember, these are just our opinions. You don't have to listen to us. Go see a therapist or whatever, like Puni Moa always says. But have a wonderful evening, and if you have anything you want to say, comment.
And I'm your boy, Puni Moa.
And I'm your queen.